Honorable Chairperson, respected teachers, and learning audience, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning and very welcome to all in this journal presentation on behalf of Department of Anatomy. Today we are going to present on anthropometric study of hand length and hand breadth in left-hander Bangladeshi Medical College students. And it will be presented by Dr. Mohammad Shamsur Rahman, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy. He is also writer of this article. And it will be chaired by Professor Dr. Jubaida Gulshanara, Professor and Head, Department of Anatomy. Now I would like to request our chairperson to take the chair and conduct rest of the session, please. Thank you.
Respected teachers, learned audience, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning and very welcome to all in the journal presentation on behalf of Department of Anatomy. Today we are going to present on anthropometric study of hand length and hand breadth in left-hander Bangladeshi Medical College students. And it will be presented by Dr. M.D. Shamsur Rahman, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy. He passed MBBS from CBMCB 2007 and he received his MPhil degree from Dhaka Medical College under Bangladesh Medical University in 2017. Later he joined here as an assistant professor 18 January 2021 and got promoted to associate professor 20th April 2024. Now I request Dr. Shamsur Rahman to present his topic.
Respected Chairperson, honorable teachers, all of my senior and junior colleagues, and my beloved all intern doctors of Community-Based Medical College, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Mohammad Shamsur Rahman, Associate Professor, Department of Anatomy, Community-Based Medical College. I would like to welcome you all in our today's journal club presentation, and the topic of which is anthropometric study of hand length and hand breadth in left-hander Bangladeshi Medical College students. And this presentation or this article was published in Johurul Islam Medical Journal in 2019 in their volume 14 and issue number was 2. So before jumping to our today's topic, we have to know what is handedness. So handedness may be defined as the individual preference to use one hand predominantly for unimanual tasks, or in other words, it is the ability to perform this task by using one hand. And usually usually one hand is considered as a dominant hand. And there are three types of handedness present. These are the right-handedness, another one is the left-handedness, and third one is the ambidexterity. About 70 to 90% of total populations are right-hander rather than left-hander or any other forms of the handedness. Now, who are the right-handers and who are the left-handers and who are the ambidextrous person? So the people who primarily use their right hand during performing any manual task, then they are known as the right-hander person. Similarly, the people who primarily use their left hand predominantly for any unimanual task or performing any manual task, then he or she is considered to be as the left-hander person. And the persons who perform these activities or any manual activities equally well by using their both hands, right and left hands, they are known as the ambidextrous person. Naturally, the brain, cerebral hemisphere, has the characteristics that its two hemispheres are functionally asymmetrical in human, because the functions of and handedness in most individuals is controlled by this dominant hemisphere. And this during childhood, one cerebral hemisphere slowly comes to dominate the other cerebral hemisphere, and it is only after the first decade this dominance may become fixed, either right-handedness or left-handedness. There are some genetic proposal to explain hand preferences, and it states that there are two allele or two manifestation of a gene presence in the genetic locus of a chromosome. Among these two allele, one is the D gene, that means D denotes for dextral gene and the C denotes for chance gene. So one is the dextral gene and another one is the C gene. Now regarding dextral gene, it is the dominant gene and strongly biases the handedness towards the right side, or it is strongly promotes right-handedness. On the other hand, another one is the chance gene. These genes leaves hand preference to random chance, potentially resulting in either right or in the or left-handedness. So what is the chance জিনটার নাম আসলে কেন chance? The chance in the name reflects that the individual hand preference will be determined not only by some other factor, but possibly other factors are also influences for the reflections of the name of these chance genes. These are the cerebral asymmetry and some environmental influences also. That means this gene is the not dominant gene, this is the recessive gene, and this is neutral and does not predispose to individual towards one hand over the other. So genetic model, the two allele model suggests that a person or a individual can inherit either the dextral or chance gene from each of their parents. So there are some different combinations will take place or of these genes can result in different handedness preference. Now our first trait is homozygous dextral. That means here the two genes are the DD. In cases of DD homozygous trait, individual with two genes will almost always be right-handed or right-hander. And another one is the homozygous chance gene. Pointed like to homozygous chance gene. Individual with two C genes have been have an equal chance of being right or left-hander. And third one is the heterozygous trait. Here individual with one D and one C gene are most likely to be right-handed, but the effect is weaker than that of the homozygous dextral trait. That means homozygous dextral means presence of two DD genes or two dextral genes. But in addition to this dextral gene and the C gene, some researchers also noticed that there are some other genes associated with this handedness. Among them most important is the TUBB4B gene. আমরা সংক্ষেপে এটাকে বলি TUB4B gene. আর একটু কাছে লাগবে না স্যার? This is the TUB4B gene. This TUBB4B, আমি সংক্ষেপে TUB4B বলছি. TUB4B gene is associated with the tubulin proteins of the microtubules. And this researcher also noticed that this TUB4B gene is more frequently or 2.7 times more frequently present in the left-hander rather than right-hander. That means that this tubulin protein also associated with the brain asymmetry or the cerebral hemisphere asymmetry also. Now এখন আসি হোয়াট ইজ অ্যানথ্রোপোমেট্রি। এই জন্য আসলে একটু অ্যানথ্রোপোমেট্রিক স্টাডি অফ হ্যান্ড লেংথ হ্যান্ড ব্রেথ দেওয়া। স্যার বলছিলেন যদিও যে হ্যান্ড লেংথ হ্যান্ড ব্রেথটা একসাথে হলে ভালো হতো। এখানে অ্যানথ্রোপোমেট্রিক টার্মটাই একটু পরিচিত করার জন্য আর মেজারমেন্টটা যেহেতু এভাবে নেওয়া হয়েছে লিভিং বডিতে, সেজন্য হচ্ছে আমি অ্যানথ্রোপোমেট্রিক কথাটা এখানে ইউজ করেছি। সো ইট ইজ এ অ্যানথ্রোপোমেট্রিক, ইট ইজ এ গ্রিক ওয়ার্ড অ্যান্ড ইট ডিরাইভস অ্যানথ্রোপোস মিনস হিউম্যান অ্যান্ড মেট্রons মিনস টু মেজার. So it is a series of systematized measuring technique that quantitatively express the dimensions of human body and also skeleton. So anthropometric relations between anthropometry and handedness. In cases of anthropometric studies have revealed that in comparisons of two halves of the body, the values belonging to the right half of our body are different from them that of the left half, and this is occurs due to the handedness, that is the functional properties of the hand. In case of the handedness, the different parts of our upper extremity, we already know that there are three parts of our upper extremities. First of all, this is the arm, this is the forearm, and this is the hand. So this different parts of the upper extremities shows differences in anthropometric measurement between the right side and the left side. Moreover, these anthropometric dimensions of upper limb may show some variation between the right-hander person and also in the left-hander person. So there are some differences present between the right-hander and left-hander person, and also between our right hand from right hand to our left hand. And these differences are very much important. These differences are very much important in designing of the any equipments, apparatuses or instruments. So designing of the any equipments, machine or apparatuses for use with better efficiency and more comfort, this handedness now being considered as an important factor. We know the majority of the world population is a right-hander, and left-hander persons are in a minority, and especially in our medical field. And due to right-hander majority, most of the medical instruments, apparatus and surgical instruments are tailored or made for the right-hander in mind, or right-hander medical personnel. So in that cases, left-hander medical practitioners faces difficulties while performing some basic medical procedure or delicate surgical operation. So in that cases, the left-handed medical practitioners adapt themselves to require right-handed equipments. So upper limb anthropometry of left-hander medical college students can help in proper designing of the handedness specific instrument, which may enhances their better performance and provides less fatigue in their clinical practice. So with above perspective, the study concerning upper limb anthropometry in relation to the handedness was done in the left-hander medical college students of Bangladesh. Rationale of my studies are that manufacturing of medical equipments based on handedness provide greater benefit to the left-hander medical personnel as well as right-hander medical personnel to perform their work efficiently and with desirable comfort. It will reduces their lower work performance and also reduces the higher incidence of work-related injury. The result of the study can be used as a baseline anatomical normative data, and the study may act as a guideline for ergonomists, anthropologists, future researchers, and etc. Now, materials and methods. And this is a cross-sectional and analytical type of study, and this study was done in anatomy department of Dhaka Medical College from July 2016 to June 2017, and our study sample were left-hander male and female medical college students of Bangladesh. Study population, the study was conducted on 40 left-hander male and 34 left-hander female medical college students of Bangladesh, and handedness of each medical college student was determined by using Edinburgh handedness inventory short form. Now regarding Edinburgh handedness inventory, আমি এটা সম্পর্কে একটু বলি যে এই ইনভেন্টরিটা ইউজ করে আসলে আমরা ডিটারমাইন করেছিলাম যে পার্সনের হ্যান্ডেডনেস আইদার সে রাইট হ্যান্ডেড অর লেফট হ্যান্ডেড। ইন্টারনিদের জন্য আর একটু বেশি করে বলছি, handedness has been measured by some questionnaire developed by some authors. So there are several sets of questionnaire set. So among them, Edinburgh handedness inventory, Chapman and Chapman questionnaire, and annexed questionnaires are easily available. But among them, Edinburgh handedness inventory is reliable and well validated. So there are several versions present in the Edinburgh handedness inventory based on 4-item questionnaire, based on 7-item questionnaire, and based on 10-item questionnaire. But among them, the 4 items inventory measures a single handedness factor and has a brief and simple instruction with use of less number of items. These 4-item versions of Edinburgh handedness inventory is termed as Edinburgh handedness inventory short form. আইদার, যেহেতু এখানে 4টা কোশ্চেন করব সেহেতু এটাকে শর্ট ফর্মে বলা হয়েছে আর কি। Now, basis of consideration for selection of study subject. As we know, our upper limb bone get completely ossified usually by the age between 17 to 20 years. So the hand achieves its adult measurement or adult size or measurement or fixed measurement by the 17 to 20 years of age. So the present study was conducted on the population or the medical college students ranging from their age from 20 to 25 years. Inclusion criteria, obviously Bangladeshi medical college students and their age ranging from previously mentioned 20 to 25 years of age, and the participants presents with any hand anomalies, hand deformities, history of surgery of the hands, trauma in the hand, any tribal and foreigner students were excluded from the study. And here is a figure. Here we can see some data collection equipments. This is slide caliper, vernier calipers, and this is measuring tape, flexible measuring tape, and this is steel measuring tape, and this is the ruler. These are the very simple data collection equipments. Now, procedure of determinations of the handedness and estimations of the handedness score. Already mentioned that handedness was measured by using Edinburgh handedness inventory short form. So handedness was determined. Here each participant was asked to indicate their preferences in the use of hands in following activities or holding of the objects. Here activities are writing and throwing, and holding objects, as for example holding of toothbrush and holding of the spoon. So when participants perform these activities or hold these objects by using their right hand always, then the participants were given a score of about 100. And when the participants perform these activities or hold these objects by using their right hand usually, not always, usually, then the participants were given a score of about 50. When the participants perform these activities or hold these objects equally well by using their both hands, then the participants were given a score of about 0. Now, when the participants perform these activities by using their left hand usually, then they were given a score of about -50 or -50. -50 boli. And lastly, when the participants perform these activities or hold these objects by using their left hand always, then they were given a score of about -100. So for each item there is a score. So for each activities or holding objects, the participant was given a score, and then the score for the above mentioned 4 items was added, and to obtain the handedness score, the sum of the score was divided by the number of items. That means writing, throwing, toothbrush and spoon, 4 items. Now, on the basis of this handedness score, the handedness of the participant was determined in my present study. This is if the person or if the participants got score between -100 to -61, then the participant was considered as a left-hander participants. When the participant got score between -62 plus 61, then the participant was considered as a mixed hander or ambidextrous. And lastly, when the participant got score between 61 to 100, that means 100, then participant was considered as a right hander participants. Now here is a figure. এখানে আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, this is the procedure of measurements of the hand length. এখান দিয়ে বলি। So for measurement of the hand length, the participants of the study was asked to put his or her palm extended with facing upwards with medial 4 digit adducted and in extended position, and then the hand length was measured by using this vernier caliper from the midpoint of the distal palmar wrist crease to the midpoint of the tip of the middle finger along the long axis of the hand, and this measurement was taken in millimeter. Here we can see in the vernier caliper there are two jaw presents here. সবাই already familiar এই vernier caliper এর সাথে. This is the এটা হচ্ছে fixed jaw of the caliper and this is the sliding jaw of the caliper. So for measurement of the hand length, this fixed jaw was placed in the midpoint of the distal palmar wrist crease, and here the sliding jaw, it was placed on the tip of the middle finger, midpoint of the tip of the middle finger. Now here is another figure showing the procedure of measurement of the hand breadth. So for measurement of hand breadth, again each participant was asked to put his or her palm extended with facing upwards, and then hand breadth was measured by using these slide calipers as a straight distance between the outward projections of the end of second to fifth metacarpal bones, and this hand breadth was also measured in millimeter. Now result and observations of these measurements. এখানে দেখাচ্ছি, here is a bar diagram showing the comparison between the right and left hand length of left-hander male and the left-hander female. So in left-hander male, here we can see that in left-hander male, their left hand length is significantly higher than their right hand length. Again, in left-hander female, here we can see that the left hand length of the left-hander female was significantly higher than their right hand length. Here is another bar diagram regarding hand breadth. It shows the comparison between right and left hand breadth of left-hander male and left-hander female. In left-hander male, left hand breadth is significantly higher than their right hand breadth, and in left-hander female, similarly, their left hand breadth is significantly higher than their right hand breadth. So in this way, handedness shows substantial individual variability. Skeletal and morphological asymmetries are present in human body, though it appears bilaterally symmetrical. So what do you mean by bilateral asymmetry? Bilateral asymmetry means differences in the anthropometric measurements between two halves of human body or between the two sides of the human body. Now the findings of my present study compared with findings of other studies carried out by some authors name here: Barut, Sevink and Sambiloglo, Mohammad, Shomi Kumar and Sharma, Kulakshis and Gozil, Kimura and Konishi, etc. Shomi Kumar and Sharma conducted study only 6 left-hander male, 6 left-hander Brahman people. Among them, 1 is male and 5 were female, and they determined their handedness by Edinburgh Handedness Inventory short form. Kulakshis and Gozil, they also carried out study on 14 left-hander university student of Turkey, determined handedness by Edinburgh Handedness Inventory. Kimura and Konishi, Japanese authors, carried out study on 28 left-hander male medical students of Japan. So all the authors, Shomi Kumar Sharma, Kulakshis and Gozil, and Kimura and Konishi, found that their left hand length is significantly higher than the right hand length. Study samples kintu shobai left-handed chilo. And the findings of these authors are similar to the findings of my study. Now regarding hand breadth, Barut, Sevink and Sambiloglo carried out study on 21 left-hander male and 100 left-hander female healthy individual of Turkey. Mohammad, Jordan author, conducted study on 100 left-hander male and 100 left-hander female of Jordan, and their age ranging from 19 to 50 years. They also determined their handedness by using this Edinburgh Handedness Inventory. And they recorded that Barut, Sevink, Sambiloglo and Mohammad, the authors recorded that left hand breadth is significantly higher. Left hand breadth was significantly higher than the right hand breadth in left-hander participants. And in present study, it was also already I mentioned, it was found to be that in left-hander male and female, their left hand breadth is significantly higher than their right hand breadth. মানে আমার স্টাডি ফাইন্ডিং এ যেটা ছিল, in cases of left-hander male, I got the left hand length is significantly higher than the right hand length. Similarly, left hand breadth also significantly higher than the right hand breadth in cases of uh, left-hander Bangladeshi medical college student. সো মানে আসলে চেঞ্জটা কেন সেটা ডিসকাশনে আরেকটু বলছি যে আমরা জানি এনি ইউনিম্যানুয়াল অ্যাকশনস আর পারফর্মড বাই ওয়ান প্রেফারেন্সিয়াল হ্যান্ড অর ওয়ান ডমিনেন্ট হ্যান্ড and this behavior leads to a different workload or stresses over the small muscles group, not only over small muscle group but also soft tissues of the hand. And moreover, we know that right-hander use their right hand in their daily activities. In that, in other words, left-hander use their left hand in their daily activities, and this increased workload or make some changes for adaptation কারণে যে কিছু চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, this will causes the hypertrophy of the muscles and the soft tissues of the hand. And moreover, our dominant hand due to increased activities of the dominant hand, it will affect the soft tissues of the hands, as for example ligaments, tendons, etc. and etc. So this soft tissue changes in their structure and the size also to adapt to increased workload or to increased demand. So these may be the responsible of differences between the anthropometric dimensions of right and left hand. So the conclusion of my study already অনেকবার বলা হয়েছে যে in case of left-hander person their left hand length is greater, and in cases of একইভাবে বলছি their left hand breadth also increases or significantly increases than their right hand breadth. Here is a chart of some references. এখানে একটা দেখানো হয়েছে. So limitation of my study: since no published article was available regarding handedness with upper limb anthropometry of Bangladeshi medical college students, so the results of the study could not be compared with the studies of such other studies. And few number of publications by other researchers with similar study were available in abroad to compare with the findings of my present study. My recommendations are: further studies with larger sample size are recommended to get more precise picture, and to get more precise data on upper limb anthropometric measurement, the use of higher advanced technologies like X-ray, CT scanner suggested. Thank you.